Hello friends, I'm not happy doing this video today, and it's especially because of the spate of events that's been happening in the past few days in Nigeria. First, the kidnap of the students in Kebbi State, then the attack on the CAC church in Kwara State, and then the rounding up and killing of soldiers in the north, and the escape of Major General Mohammed and his sending of his coordinates for rescue, and the coordinates being used exactly to intercept him, to locate him, and murdering him in cold blood like a chicken. All this news got to me yesterday, and it affected something in me. And I began to question a lot of things and began to review a lot of decisions I've taken about the country. But then as I go on X every day, X Twitter, I see a particular trend or direction of conversation that is being held by especially the young folks in Nigeria. So where they focus their energy, instead of pushing the dialogue on the issues and maybe contributing their quota to resolving the mess we found ourselves as a country, seeking way forward, they engage in criticism, especially criticizing men of God. You see, we are highly religious people in this country. We are highly religious, whether or not you see yourself as religious. So you're either religious or you are highly sensitive to religious issues. So I went on Twitter and I saw somebody criticizing. I saw a post to Johnson Suleiman putting his hand on the map of Ukraine, laying his hand there, and Moldova at the bottom, and he was kneeling down and praying over Ukraine. And someone said one word for this, and then you go to the comment section and you see people spill rubbish out of their mouths, just babble, and so they begin to vent the frustration of what is happening in the country on the man of God. I scrolled further. I saw Pastor Jerry Eze doing his typical morning prayer as he does every day. And the lady played it to an extent, how the man was praying and groaning over Nigeria and over the children that were adopted, and these entire issues are laid out. And this lady posted the video and then reacted, criticizing Pastor Jerry Eze for praying. She was criticizing him for using a bulletproof car, for using police escorts, and then asking God to protect and provide for the poor. So my question to you is, what should Jerry Eze do? What should Jerry Eze do that you, the critic, cannot do? I mean, you say Jerry Eze should do exactly what? So as you're pointing a finger to Jerry Eze, the four others points to you. As you are saying Jerry Eze should not pray, and he should do exactly what, you should tell yourself that. Because he that must come to equity must come with clean hands. What is good for the goose is sauce for the gander. It's easy to just criticize men of God, but the simple question I want you to answer, whenever I see situations like this, I just ask a very simple question. Are you the one who gave him his mandate? Are you the one who called Jerry Eze? Are you the one who called Johnson Suleiman? Are you his employer? So, because these men were nobodies and nothings, and by virtue of whatever, they have risen without your assistance and without your mandate. So how come you abandon those you voted for the people you gave your rights under the social contract, the people you submitted your commonwealth to govern you through the electioneering process. How did you abandon them and focus on who God called? Whether God called or God didn't call. Were you the one who called him? Did he purport to be acting on your behalf? So what is this issue with us attacking men of God for doing what? I said, who is a man of God? A man of God is somebody who prays. Whether or not he wields his influence, his social influence, the level of, if we can criticize and go to protest and carry placards and maybe bear arms or focus our attention on the government, Nigeria would have gone further than this towards becoming a very prosperous state. So it is baffling how we channel our energies away from the government that you voted for, those your representatives, your councillors, your local government chairmen, even public servants and civil servants. It is baffling how you channel your energy away from them and you focus on religious leaders simply because by virtue of what they do, they are not hostile or they decided to be examples of good people to the society. Do you understand? So we are a people of significantly misplaced priorities, especially the young ones, myself inclusive. So you sit in front of the camera and all you could do after the entire tragedy that has befallen a nation is to deviate from the tragedy, deviate from those who we should hold responsible by virtue of our electioneering mandate, our votes, by virtue of the common will, our decision to be law-abiding. We channel our energies away from the oppressed and those responsible for protecting the oppressed and also even the oppressors. You're not even focusing on the headsmen, the bandits, the ISWAP, whatever. You're not focusing on them. You left all these issues and it is men of God simply because you know how to speak English, because you can talk. Because you can talk. Just attack Jerry Eze, attack some even attack Dashimolo, attack Daddy Adeboye for organizing prayer work. You and your father, you are at home. Your generation has not done anything about the historical challenges we've had in this country. But you now have a microphone and you have a camera. And the first thing you could do is to attack, to verbally accuse and abuse men of God. Okay, so because they kidnap people in Nigeria, Jerry Eze should not use a convoy. He shouldn't use police escorts. Right? So that is suddenly, if Jerry Eze stops using police escorts, kidnappings, killings, Christian genocide, whatever, community massacring and replacement, all those things will stop. If Jerry Eze stops using, that's your thinking, that's how you think about it. What is the correlation between Jerry Eze's well-being and decision to live a good life in Nigeria? Organizing prayers every morning. What is the correlation between that and the insecurity in the land? Is Jerry Eze your president or is he the governor of your state? Is Johnson Suleiman your father? I don't the correlation. But because we just have that religious sensitivity here, we are just highly so sensitive to religion, and we are uncultured in our speech, and we are unlearned and untrained. Many people are schooled, but there is no refinement in your thinking. So you just carry mic and just pick somebody just because you want to trend, because you want to have a voice, you want to have followers. There are many persons that have done this rubbish that have had to I stopped listening to them. I can't start mentioning their names because I cannot use my platform to popularize them. Enough is enough. Focus on the right. Put your energy on the people you voted for, right? If you want to mourn the dead, mourn them. If you want to salute and pay respect to the fallen soldiers, do that. If you want to curse or bear arms or go and join the army to ensure that you are able to fight, or if you can do anything, address the issue. And if you want to protest, if you want to query your government, or withdraw any member of your rep from the house, or recall him from the house, you can do that. There are processes. But to leave all those things and go to face men of God just show how religious bigotry has eaten deep into your sense and your way of reasoning, and how you are a major part of the problem. At least the pastor is praying. What are you doing? You're criticizing who is praying. Is he praying to you? Now, wow.